Is this video for sailing and entertainment purposes only? You're dang skippy it is.
Who's your favorite reaction channel? Somebody asked. Karina.
Why are you walking away so fast? You're walking in uniform.
Obsessed with Karina Kaboom. What's wrong with Karina Kaboom? She's a nice lady. Ha! The ha is going with Karina's intro tomorrow. I know it is. I cannot wait.
I don't do that.
You're kidding, right? What's it like knowing that your Amber Lynn's the one that got away? I am not fazed.
Good evening.
What are you doing out here?
Hello everybody, it's me. So in today's video, we are talking about Amber Reed's, the most entertaining, riveting YouTuber, the most popular girl in school. Girls. She has finally reached her destination. She has moved into her new apartment, and just like I told you last week, she has no Wi-Fi. Remember I told you she's probably not going to be able to get the hang of Wi-Fi? How I knew that. Okay, so basically, girls, this is so exciting. Mommy took her to Target, and here's some proof. This is mom's, or this is mom's or her auntie's, her aunt's sneaker. That's not Falene's sneakers, because she was crying because Falene left, and she said that she misses her dearly. Well, then why are you in love with a new woman that you told us? Oh, rinse, lather, delusion, repeat. I feel like a girl of 2021 again. So if you have any doubts that mommy took her food shopping and mommy's driving her everywhere, here is proof. Here's mommy's or aunt's sneaker. That is not your ex-girlfriend's sneakers. That's not Falene's sneakers. So yes, there you go. Rinse, lather, Kermit, delusion, repeat. We're going to talk about her new vlog. There's quite a bit that I have to say. She's out here giving her number to strangers. I feel like a girl of 2020 again. All right, the second part of this video is Foodie Beauty completely is delusional, is just quitting YouTube and telling us she's taking everybody down with her. Yeah. You can never take my Kermit. All right. So if you could not tell already from this ridiculous intro, as always, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only, not meant to be taken seriously. I'm sharing opinions and not facts about publicly accessible information made public by public figures. First, I would urge you to please, if you can, be kind in the comments section. Please do not go to these people's channels and leave them mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments. So, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. So basically, Alex Wifey Falene drove her for 15 hours. Why couldn't you have just taken a 2-hour plane ride, okay? So she drove her for 15 hours to the state that probably her family is in, her mom is in, okay? And I'm not going to say the state that she lives in.
Pathetic.
But everybody here knows exactly the state that she moved to. She was also intelligent enough, because Amber Lynn is one of the smartest girls on YouTube. She's the most popular girl in school. She was also smart enough to show a local food store that is only, well, that's definitely in a city. Everybody here knows where she moved to. I'm not going to say it here because I know she's just so excited to do the big reveal what state she moved to. Everyone knows what state you moved to because you decided to make a public statement saying on your live stream that you are moving, or wherever she said it, but she said in one of her videos that she's moving where people that love her unconditionally live. Gee, well, that leaves probably like, your mom and stuff. So, okay. So she believes that nobody knows where she lives, but I just gotta say this. Let's talk about some Easter eggs in the video. I mean, she says this straight out. I don't think she realizes that this confirms that she's been lying for 2 years yet again. She says that she just went out to dinner, probably with her family, and then she has not gone out to dinner with Alex Wifey Falene. None of those are her names. Since November 2022. That's a very, concrete, specific date. So you mean for the majority of your relationship, for the last year, you weren't even going out to eat? You weren't going out to dinner? Why not? You were just sitting ordering takeout? Basically, yet again, saying that she wasn't doing things with Wifey that she was pretending that she was doing. She constantly said, oh, I don't sit in this apartment all day. Me and her, Wifey, we go out all the time. If Maury wasn't retired, he would determine that was a lie, okay? Obviously, you're not being honest and you weren't being honest. You're either lying now or you're lying then. So obviously her and Wifey pretty much for the last year of their relationship were not really going anywhere. and she pretended that they did. My opinion is when she showed you them going out to stores, it was just done for the vlogs because her audience demanded it. And even now, her audience is like, oh, please, leave your apartment, show us other things, don't just stay in your apartment. Yeah, good luck. Basically, the fact that she said that she didn't go out to dinner at all in 2023 with Wifey shows that she was lying. Yeah, she was sitting in her house, even though Wifey was obviously capable of going out with her. So another lie. Amber's videos seem mundane and very basic, but there's always Easter eggs. She keeps hiding something when she's in her apartment. Notice how she cuts the video. Like what she's doing a few times in the video in the editing portion is zooming in on herself to not show certain parts of her bathroom, to not show certain parts of her house. What exactly are you hiding? This is why people always have animosity, because you hide everything. First of all, people find out everything anyways, like where, the state that you're going to, which is obvious, and all the things that you're hiding, just like how you lied about your girlfriend's identity for years. And I understand that currently her audience is a bit ambivalent and happy that there's like a new season and, she's in a new city. She's, new girls to, use for target rights. But I will say this, if you watch her video, there's a few times that she cuts the video in a way where it just zooms in on her. That's because she's hiding what's in her apartment. What are you hiding? And the other thing, I just think the audacity to say that you're losing Wifey and to cry about it, and we're going to get into it deeper than this, but she says that Wifey is so special to her and she's losing a special person. You were already in a relationship with somebody else while living with her, which was just a few weeks ago, and you were in love with someone else. By the way, how is she a special person when you literally claimed, I know she's not really in love, but she claimed that, Amberlynn claimed that she was in love with someone else. And then on top of that, this person left you. Anyone that leaves you is not a special person. If they break up with you, they don't want to be with you. She meets a subscriber in this food place and she gives the subscriber her phone number and exchanges phone numbers with her. Now, I understand that our girl is never looking for the one. She's not looking for the one that got away. She's not looking for the love of her life. You're only looking for the one to take you to Walmart and Target. So I think she's desperate for friendships because you burned every single bridge you've ever even thought of. Never mind, walked on her head. Okay, you burned all your bridges with Destiny,
and she doesn't care, like if she disrespects you, basically.
With Becky, you could have still had a good friend in Becky. More on Becky in a few minutes. Okay, so basically, she burned all her bridges. So she's giving random strangers in food stores her number. I think she's looking for the next girl to take care of her, to be with her. You understand? Amberlynn, have you ever thought that maybe this is a hater? Haters are the true supporters, the people keeping your lights on. Okay, so the majority of the people that are subscribed to your channel, Amberlynn, have a negative interest in you. I suspect you know that because you've talked about it. Why would you ever give a random person in a food store your number just because they claim they're subscribed to you? First of all, by the way, whenever she, bumps into anybody, she's always like, oh, it was a subscriber. Public service announcements. Just because, I know this is going to come as a shock, just because somebody subscribes to your channel does not mean they like you. A lot of people really dislike you and they sub to your channel. Trust me on this one, okay? So anyway, so just because they sub to you doesn't mean they like you and doesn't mean they support you. What if you just gave your cell phone number to somebody that's going to blast it and post it on the internet? Have you ever thought that maybe they're a hater? I love me some Amberlynn. So trusting, so desperate for a new girl to drive her to Target. Rinse, lather, delusion, repeat. Okay. So basically, she spends a very long time in the video, what seemed like a long time. It was a whopping 11 minutes. Wow, been on YouTube for 10 years, can only put out an 11-minute video. I love me some Amberlynn Reid. She's my favorite. Okay, so she basically says that Wifey dumped her in the state and left. Like, she finally left, okay? And she drove home, and you're home, girl. You can finally, breathe and go find yourself a better relationship, because this relationship was clearly I don't know. Were you ever in love with Amberlynn? I don't know. I guess we'll never know. Anyways, Amberlynn did promise that she'll talk about her heartbreak in another video. Basically, what's going on is she says that she misses Wifey and she's heartbroken and she's crying and she says, I'm all alone now. This is the first time I'm all alone on a lease. Lady, you are an adult. And the last thing you need is somebody who doesn't want to be with you. That woman, Alex Wifey Feline, none of those are her names, don't want you. She broke up with you, and you continue to do things with her out of what? I don't know, this weird ability to try to prove it to the haters that people want you. Who cares if people want you? Do they love you? Do they want to be with you? That's the only thing that matters, okay? Here's the bottom line, okay? So she says that she really, really, really misses Wifey. She's heartbroken. She's all alone. Cry me a Kermit River. You said that you were romantically involved with a new person and that you were in love with her. But you miss this person. You miss having somebody use your debit card for you so you don't have to lift a finger. Which brings me to the best part of the video. The very end of her video is the most ludicrous thing in the world. She says that she has had a debit card for a long time but has never, not once, used it. And she says, oh, it's a little anxiety thing. Spare me. I am very sensitive to anxiety, and I understand that. Actually, I get what she's saying in theory. Yes, you can have anxiety about using credit cards and debit cards. But that is not what this is about, sweetheart, okay? Basically, Becky, she says, oh, my partner, code word for Becky, and Alex Wifey Feline, used her debit cards for her. And she never had to lift a finger. She didn't do anything except put out nonsense on YouTube for years. Rinse, lather, delusion, repeat. So she basically says that Becky and Feline used her debit card for her. Yeah, because she didn't want to do anything. So you mean to tell me that you supposedly, very self-sufficient, making all this money, boss lady, she calls herself a queen, she's a boss. You would go to all these stores and you would never even give or self-checkout or give the person, the cashier, your debit card. Becky had to do it for you. Becky, if you remember those old videos, those older videos with Becky would always go into the bank for Amber. That's very dangerous. Becky would never do something like that, what I'm about to say. But if you were with anybody else, like a new person or whoever, like, how dangerous is it to give access with your PIN code to a person that you're dating? And you could have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank and they just know your PIN code and they just take out your money. They could literally take all your money out. I think this has nothing to do with any of the reasons that she's trying to list. First of all, this is just a terrible idea, money-wise, security-wise, but she just didn't want to do anything. She made the content on YouTube for years, pre-recorded nonsense, and basically her partners used her debit card for her. You couldn't even use your debit card. You didn't want to give somebody your debit card. No, this is not about what you're saying. This is about she didn't want to do anything, okay? I have a question. Why is it that your family members have to drive you to the food places? And make no mistake about it, those sneakers were seen in a few times with her. That's clearly, sneakers of mom or her aunt, probably mom. My question here is this. Why didn't you take an Uber to the food place? Why is it that mom has to drive you around, okay? And you're giving random girls or whoever your phone number. Rinse, lather, Kermit, repeat. I don't believe that you miss Wifey. I believe that you claim that you're in love with two different people. Do you even know the definition of love? You are sad that your permanent ride is gone. And let me tell you something. There is a difference between, this is my hypothesis, my theory. I believe that she's going to pay certain people in that town to drive her around instead of an Uber. That is what I believe. And that is still not the same thing as an Uber taking you, right? Or you taking public transportation, but in general, an Uber taking you. What I think this is about is she's about to have a rude awakening, and I'll tell you why. It's very different when your partner takes you to Dollar Tree or to Home Goods or to any store you want to go in the middle of the day or at night. Mom and aunt and anybody else that you know from your family is not going to be able to drop everything in the middle of the day. Most people work and take you everywhere. She's about to have that rude awakening because you understand what I'm saying. She always had her girlfriends take her everywhere in the middle of the day. That's done. You're going to have to wait once or twice a week. Should be fun. That's why she's giving out her number to strangers. She wants somebody to drive her around. Okay, there's also this nonsense with the Wi-Fi. I told you that she was going to have a problem with Wi-Fi because it's, from what she's saying, it sounds like to me that she lives probably in some kind of a luxury apartment building that Wi-Fi is included. However, even when you move to somewhere like that, if Wi-Fi is included, because she says, oh, it was supposed to be a simple setup, but it's not. You should have thought about a backup. That should have been, listen, when you have a job on the internet, I'm telling you right now, Your number one priority is to pay your bill for the internet and like the internet provider. That's your number one priority. Without having internet, you can't work. So what I'm trying to say is I told you she wouldn't, be conscientious about that. One more point throughout the entire video, and this is so redundant, but I will mention it because since she's a public figure and this is her content, then fine, I'll comment on it as a public figure myself. So Amber Lynn is talking about showering like 3 or 4. I think I definitely counted her saying that she's showering 3 or 4 times without a shower curtain because it's so important to you. Okay, so let me get this straight. You were showering, but you have your hair totally dry. Of course, you didn't wash it. Okay, fine, no problem. You were showering all the time. Like she talks about showering like 3 or 4 times, but your makeup is always on before you even shower and after, during. Please just stop. Look, here's the thing. I personally, we've talked about this many times here before because her exes have exposed her and she's exposed herself. I do not judge people who do not shower, mainly because I don't care. Do whatever you want. If she doesn't shower or she couldn't or whatever in the past, she's claiming that she is showering now. Good for you, girl. It is a mundane task that nobody cares about. I have never seen any vlogger, as I've said before, sit around and talk about showering. I'm going to shower. It's much like, saying you're doing something else. Those people that talk about doing something else kind of means they're not doing it. I don't believe you that you're showering. Who talks about showering 17 times in per vlog? It's called a self-defense mechanism, or aka la, because Destiny exposed you and you exposed yourself in a video already talking about it. Like, just stop talking about the showering. Look, Amber Lynn, I wish you luck in your new state. Should be fun. I hope you stay single and just go out on dates, but mainly work on yourself and stop giving people access to your debit card and stop giving strangers access to your phone number that they could post online. Thoughts, comments, Kermits, dislikes, leave it in the comments down below. What do you guys think of our new girls' adventures? The bottom line here is everybody knows where you live. You think you're going to surprise everybody with where you live. I'm not going to say where she lives, but it's like, come on, give us a real surprise. Anyways, I wish Amber Lynn all the best in her new state. Should be fun with mom and your family driving you around. Why don't you do this vlog? Me taking an Uber for the first time by myself. I'll vlog that. Maybe you can get 100,000 views. Not going to hold my breath. Okay, what do you think about it? Leave it in the comments and dislikes down below. Let's move on to Foodie Beauty. Okay, so let's move on and talk about Foodie Beauty. I just wanted to say that Foodie Beauty puts out this energy, this vibe that is fake. She kind of tries to make us believe that she's incredibly happy in her marriage. Chantal, I've been watching you for a long time, and I'm here to tell you that as a watcher, I can tell you that you are not, because people that are happy in their relationships do not rage on their husband's birthdays, and definitely 150% do not continuously talk about reaction channels and rage and do weird, strange things over and over again, expecting different results. If you were really so happy in your, newly wedded bliss, you probably wouldn't be doing this. Let me explain what's happened. So first, she quit YouTube for the billionth time. That's why I didn't even say anything. And then immediately came back. I don't understand. Why do you keep quitting YouTube over nonsense and then thinking that you have any discernible skill right now to get another job? Right now, I don't know about later, but you're not going to be able to stick to any job, you or Amber Lynn. So I'm just not understanding how you continuously quit, then come back, rinse, lather, delusion, repeat. After that, she put out a really inappropriate video where she talked about her husband being hurt. It was supposed to be some kind of a skit. She just lost it. Like, she's acting like really inappropriate and weird. And then she said that she's going to take everybody down. Let's just take a look at this ridiculousness that I cannot take seriously. Hey guys, so I have an announcement. I will be taking a break from YouTube to try to find some new platforms. No one cares. In Eric's voice, I am no longer interested in putting in effort to make content anymore when it's just stolen by several blank who are too lazy or boring to make their own content.
That did not happen.
Wish you all well. I just wanted to say that you haven't put in effort into your content for a really long time. I think that some of your vlogs, you try a little bit, like when you go on vacation, but your main channel, which is what you should truly be concerned about. Like, see, she's been posting vlogs to her, couples channel, thinking that it's going to take off like the other vloggers. It's not, because yeah, you put in some type of effort there, but it is inauthentic in general. Like, my opinion is that your marriage and your union with this man is inauthentic, and it's palpable. People can feel it, okay? Whether or not you lied about being really married doesn't even matter anymore. I am telling you, as a watcher, you have no chemistry with this man, and it's clear that it's not what it appears to be, okay? So that's just my opinion. Doesn't make it a fact, but okay. So as far as you quitting YouTube, you're no longer interested in putting in efforts to make content that's stolen by people. So commentary, as I said in my other video, is no different than the news, is no different than entertainment magazines. Commentary isn't just a business in the entertainment business, but it's a real one. And you, Chantal, yourself are a hypocrite, because you have done tons of commentary on your ex-frenemy bestie, Amberlynn Reed. You have continuously made commentary on people talking about you. So you have made this type of content. Talking about public figures is neither boring or lazy, and I'll tell you why.
Hello, Turkey. Do you love Amberlynn Reed and Foodie Beauty? Do you watch them?
Because offering insight and trying to explain and giving your audience a platform of a voice, because you've disabled all your comments. This woman thinks she's Karina Kaboom circa 2016. Basically, it's not lazy. It's not lazy to let people say what they want. And also, my opinion, after doing this for 10 years, pretty much, and being on the platform for 10 years and doing like commentary, like 7 of those years or 8 of those years, I can tell you that it takes quite a bit of effort to know what's going on and offer an opinion, and to be able to gather all the receipts and gather all the proof and try to show, like, when you're making these type of videos, my advice is pretend that nobody knows what's going on, because you're going to have to explain it. Chantal, you could never have this type of actually dedication and effort in your work ethic, because your work ethic doesn't exist. It's not stealing content. She's about to tell you that she can't believe that YouTube, is letting people make videos about public figures. Well, why are the television stations airing programs about public figures? Why on the nightly news? Why do newspapers print stuff about the public figures? Because here's a wild idea, Chantal. When you are a public figure, that you are able to be talked about, and it's no different than the nightly news, than entertainment magazines. Hey guys, so I had more time to think. Translation, I can't get a job anywhere else. And I just want to say how appreciative I am to those who do appreciate and watch the content we make. Honestly, Chantal, you are not appreciative. I know that because of your terrible posts. We are very grateful. Okay, you don't have to mean to sound ungrateful. You just are. My last post was more about how crazy it is that YouTube allows others to just make an entire channel about someone and use all of their content. That's not true. So YouTube's policy is that you have to talk about more than one person as far as people are concerned. And the policy states if you use their content and offer commentary, it is totally allowed. What's not allowed is just re-uploading stuff. If this happened to you as a creator, I'm sure you would understand. Well, this happened to me as a creator, and I don't understand. Because, see, the reason that Amber and Chantal are so mad at people using their content is because they believe those views were theirs. They're not. If tomorrow all the reactors go away, you won't get more views. People, for some reason, dislike you and Amberlynn's content and want to watch it on other channels. You've done this to yourself. If people re-upload my stuff, I wouldn't care, because I'm not insecuring money. That's what this is about. Chantal puts out content, in my opinion, the mukbangs, that her audience doesn't care about. People are interested in drama. Real drama that you used to cause on live streams. And they're just not interested in it. And you've pushed so many people away, in my opinion, Chantal, with your mukbangs and this arc of you getting married to this person that we know it's like just not a genuine situation. That's my opinion. That's the community's opinion. Like, you just push people away. People no longer watch your videos. You're angry that other people can use your content. And by the way, just so we're all clear, she has made many live streams that she's deleted now where she has used other people's content. So why is it okay for you but not anybody else? Anyway, I have some videos already made. I will upload. Yeah, what a surprise. Everything she uploads is old, in my opinion. I didn't mean to sound ungrateful because I'm very happy with all of you. No, you're not. You don't allow comments, not because you're being like, in a situation where people are like coming after you or anything like that. That I understand. If you disable your comments over that. You don't allow comments because you basically have almost no support. You don't appreciate anything except Google's check that is dwindling. I'll just be patient because YouTube has already demonetized a few quote reaction channels as if they're not. So we will see. They demonetized these channels because you incessantly reported them, Chantal. In my other video, I explained to you how the creator of the content can go ahead and put in when they don't want people using their content. So we will see. I will leave it at that and quit complaining, but just know that if you are one of those channels, you majorly suck for stealing the content of others. To the rest, have a nice day. I don't even understand what you're talking about. If she was getting 100,000 views, if Anne Boleyn was getting 100 to 200,000 views like Amber used to do, these two women would not be angry about people taking their content. They think that people are stealing their views. Not only is that not a thing on YouTube, as far as the United States Constitution is concerned, it's called under fair use provision. You are allowed to take a little bit of people's content and react to it. You are allowed. And she has been gloating about getting a few channels demonetized and bringing it up over and over again. See, okay, look, she got 2 channels demonetized, right? Okay, so why can't she just move on from it? Because, like, for example, just breezing didn't go away. She didn't go away. She continues to make videos even unmonetized, and Foodie Beauty did not count on people's tenacity. You know, that person has a child. You made sure to remove money from that child's mouth. That's, like, really, honest, my opinion, disgusting. You knew she was a mother. You knew that she supported her kid, and you made sure to report her over and over again in order for her to lose her income. Even if you don't like the person, like, who wants children to go hungry? You do, Chantal. You do. That is like the lowest of the low, you know. Just taking money away from people. Like, here's the thing, Chantal. People do not take money away from you. People add value to your content that you are not providing yourself. Okay, so after this, what's happened is that Chantal made an inappropriate skit about her husband being hurt. And when somebody made a statement on her video saying, figures you wasn't going to stay gone, you have no other choice, they just need to take your channel down too. And Chantal said, LOL, if I go down, I'm taking everyone with me, honey. So you have no ability to take everybody down with you. Look, this is just my opinion. Okay, if you're currently re-uploading her entire video or a portion of it, stop doing that and start offering severe commentary. There needs to be more of you than of her. She's clearly like on a path to take away money and take food from people's mouths. I've never seen this other than with Amber Lynn. Like, I'm just going to tell you, this shows to me what kind of person you are, Chantal. And when Amber did that, that showed to me what kind of person Amber is. The fact that you can't look at the bigger picture, that these people are making you more relevant, and if you weren't being talked about, you'd get 3,000 views, is just wild to me. To actively pursue a path where the people talking about you lose their jobs is just sick to me. It's sick. It says the type of person that you are. Like, for people to want other people to lose their jobs is wild. Anyways, so you can't take people down that are not breaking the TOS. It's not against the TOS doing something I'm doing right now, offering commentary, not calling people names. I've had to take out a bunch of stuff in her community page posts because you break the community guidelines, Chantal. It's against the TOS to call people names. It's against the TOS to continuously false flag also and, just be terrible in your videos, which you have continuously done. At the end of the day, you can't take down people offering commentary. I advise everybody not to use the majority of our content. Like, 1 clip is fine, 2 clips is fine, like very short, but I wouldn't advise anybody to use Amber or Chantal's clips. I know that people will continue to do that, but my advice, as this is why I do not use Amber Lynn's content, because basically these people can't come to terms with, in my opinion, that they are no longer selling themselves properly. You know, Foodie said before she sells her life for profit, nobody cares. People want you back in Canada, going to Starbucks, beezing with Pete's, and they want you to create and cause drama. That's what you earned your $20,000 a month for. You can't take people down who are not breaking the terms of service. And I've said this before, and it's not so much where I'm saying this is going to happen, but this is just common sense. The reality of the situation is that there will be retaliation from the audiences of the people that you completely take down, and your own channel will clearly be deleted. And I'm going to tell you honestly, Chantal, I've said this before when her channel was deleted the first time. Chantal, if you continue to post these eating videos when you have clearly stated that you have an ED, you continue to say it over and over again in your community page, and there's tons of videos of you saying it, and if you continue to glorify it and show it, then you're going to be in trouble. It's wild to me that she won't stop making the food videos. It's wild to me. And the difference between her food videos and other people's is if YouTube says you can do these videos as long as you don't have an active ED that you are glorifying, exploring, and showing on camera. That's what you're doing, Chantal. And you've been warned by YouTube. You've been told by your audience to stop doing it, and you're still doing it. So my advice to you, if you'd like to keep your channel, is stop breaking the terms of service yourself. And if anyone is re-uploading her content, I would say offer a few clips and do commentary. Offer a few clips and do commentary. And as far as what she's trying to do here with like reuse content and stuff like that, I would like the policy for reuse content, if you ever get hit for that, is you have to permanently, not private, delete all the videos that you have with like the majority of the person's content. So I highly advise people to just make commentary videos with a few of her clips. If not, I mean, I advise you not to use any of these people's clips, but I understand that's what the community wants. But I don't know, it's in the poorest of taste to go after people's jobs. You're not going to be able to take anybody down. It's sad because in the process, you'll take yourself down. Right, that's about it for today's video. I want to thank you so very much for watching today and taking the time out of your day to spend some time with me. If you enjoyed today's video or you didn't enjoy it, check out this video that's popping up here. I'm going to link a video on a similar topic. You could go and watch it, like it or dislike it, depending on your preferences. Thank you so much for being here. Thoughts, comments, questions, please leave them in the comments down below. And you know, I will see you very, very soon in the next one. Thanks so much for being here. Bye.
You can't just be walking around in the rain. You need an umbrella. Hello, Turkey. Do you love Amberlyn Reed and Foodie Beauty? Do you watch them? How are you doing, Mr. Turkey? Come over here. You want some food? We love turkeys here. Are you crossing the road like a chicken? Excuse me, it's raining. You need an umbrella, sir. How you doing? How are you doing? Okay, have a nice day.